Welcome to Advocate with Dr. Rufus Lowe, where we aspire each and every day to eradicate the silence of good people who allow bad things to happen. And in doing so, we can together provide a new and glorious path forward for all. Our conversation will be based on the teachings of my latest book entitled Shadow Tolerance, Your Guide to Accepting Racial Difference.
No, I don't want to have a wasted meeting. I don't want to have a waste of time, so I'll see what happens. They're shooting and they're killing people, and I think Putin wants it to end, and I think Zelensky wants it to end, and I think it's going to end.
When the price of silence becomes the deal. There is a point in every negotiation where the deal you think you are making is not the deal that you're actually in. You walk into a room believing you are holding power, okay? Only to discover that the true currency on the table is not what you bring or what you brought, but what the other party can expose. This is the deeper failure behind the fantasy of tough guy diplomacy. When a leader attempts to intimidate another head of state with threats of force, as in our hypothetical scenario where Trump tries to arm Zelensky with Tomahawk missiles in order to rattle Putin, he assumes the game is about missiles. But Vladimir Putin does not fear missiles. He fears nothing more than the truth ever could destroy. He does not bargain with hardware. He bargains with leverage. And when the other man at the negotiating table holds files capable of implicating anyone in a array of darkest crimes known to humanity, the trafficking and exploitation of minors, then you no longer stand as a president negotiating on behalf of a nation. You stand as a compromised man bargaining for your own concealment. Suddenly, the deal is not about foreign policy, it's about silence, and using silence as currency. So this brings us to the ethical lesson, okay? I would like to teach that advocacy begins with internal preparation. This is what is meant by, if your private life is a liability, your public deals are never about the public good. A compromised leader cannot negotiate for justice. He can only negotiate for protection. So a leader who fears exposure, a leader who cannot speak for victims, he is chained to the predator. A man who owes silence cannot deliver accountability. And this is a true tragedy. Where a righteous leader might bargain for peace, a compromised one or a compromised leader, when he bargains for the continued burial of the truth. And why does this matter, especially as far as advocacy is concerned? Because advocacy without integrity is not advocacy, it is self-preservation in moral costume. Because a nation cannot be led by a man who spends more energy preventing disclosure than ensuring protection. Because a president with potential exposure, in this particular case to the Epstein files, is not sitting at the table for America, he's sitting there on behalf of himself. And when the highest office becomes a hostage to personal secrets, the whole country is dragged into the ransom. So, in this particular scenario, who really holds the power? Okay, we just saw missiles, and missiles can threaten cities. Truth can end empires. One is force, the other is legitimacy. Putin's leverage in this satire is not geopolitical, it's moral. It's a moral rot held in reserve. The moment a man fears exposure, sovereignty evaporates. This is why ethical leadership is not a luxury. It is a national security doctrine. So, closing reflection is this. I would also like to teach that a true deal is built on dignity. It's built on transparency and mutual value. But a deal rooted in secrecy, a deal rooted in blackmail, is not a deal at all. It is captivity with a handshake. If a leader must fear the release of files, if his greatest vulnerability is not an opposing army, but the truth about his own conduct, then no missile in the world can make him strong. In such a case, the deal he is making is not with Putin or Zelensky or even NATO. It's a deal with silence. And silence is not strength.